Hey, to see my new necklace. It's a raven. It's a native tribe. I forget which the tribe is, but it represents the raven of intelligence and respect. My friends brought it for me. But anyways, I want to tackle a different topic today. That's been on my mind for most of the day, and it's one of those things that are treated as a conspiracy in the circles that I connect with, and that's the topic of the 15-minute cities and how everybody is up in arms about the development of smart cities and such. To be fair, I want to give it an analysis taking into consideration some of the trauma imprinting that we have from past lives and that we carry in our DNA, which creates the lens through which we judge and discern developing events. We see it depending on the trauma, the subconscious trauma that's in our cellular memory. We will look at these things from a skeptical, pessimistic perspective, and always coming from a sense of threat and fear and anxiety because of a memory imprint where our freedom has been taken away in the past. And so we are projecting this subconscious fear and memory onto this present and future project or event. And we can only see it through the negative vibration of the past life imprint. But the flip side of these proposals, to be fair, the fearful side that looks at this will see these 15-minute cities as a concentration camp where your freedoms are revoked and you are impounded and you have only living space with a radius of 15 minutes. That comes through the fearful memories in our DNA. Then on the other side, considering that the world has so many housing crises. Is it crises? Crises? I don't know what the plural is, but we have housing crisis almost in every country. And there is not enough living space for people in the more populated areas where potentially the work is, where the anemones are. And so to try and meet the need for housing and to build it in a more efficient way, um, there's proposals for smart cities, trying to make living and housing more efficient, perhaps more energy efficient, to help with the climate issue. And there are people in the world that would love to live in a 15-minute city. People that don't like to travel and that would very much welcome access to all the services that they would need within a 15-minute walking range. And to such a person, this would be seen as a convenience and it would be welcomed. So we have these two perceptions, depending on where on the spectrum, on the trauma spectrum, you in particular fall. You will view these developments either as a threat or as a convenience. And it very much depends on your personal past life imprinting and what happened to you. So I am more in the observant stage now, where I weigh the benefits of both sides. And I can see both points of view, the concern and also the convenience that some people really look forward to this development. And I think that we have to find our space somewhere in the middle, because if we don't, we will fall excessively to one side of suspicion and anxiety, and lose objectivity. Perhaps there are benefits to a 15-minute city. And we don't have to be too concerned about this going worldwide. I mean, it costs enormous amounts of money to build these things. And so there are only going to be pilot cities that are designated where this is going to be tried out as a trial before it is rolled out in mass across the world. So I think the fear of a totalitarian government taking over the smart cities and taking full control might be a little bit overboard. We have too much consciousness in the earth now where they could get away with something like that. I don't see that happening, but I can see it happen as trial pilot cities where these new technologies are tested. And there is a small segment of the population of a city that will sign up for this and this trial project. But it cannot be implemented globally everywhere. So you don't have to, I don't think you have to be too concerned that your freedoms will be taken away. But I think that if you would like to make a more climate friendly choice, you would have the option to move into a city with that kind of a layout and planning, right? I don't think it's like somebody's going to take away your car keys, and nobody's going to force you to move into one of those areas. So that's my approach to it. I always like to give these things the benefit of the doubt and see whether I am maybe looking at it too much on one extreme and consider the other side. And I definitely see the benefit and the potential on the other side of this, that this will be a welcoming development in a lot of people's eyes. But most of all, I think that if we are feeling excessive anxiety and fear, we really need to check in with our subconscious and figure out where the trauma response is coming from. And make sure we make our judgments from a balanced psychological and emotional state to get the clear picture. So, with that said, I hope that the world is moving forward in good developments, in beneficial developments that will help humanity and the earth all in concert together.